Tom, I'm setting me rods up. Alright, you've just seen the take one. This is take one. I'm setting the rods up. Just got air. Fishing at the River Humber. Just got air. That's the factory making all that noise. It's letting off steam. So I'm in bay 28. I left at a normal sort of time, like quarter of an hour after low water. Picked the wife up, took her home. She'd had a grueler of a day, and yeah. I'll tell you more about the tide in a bit. I've got a new microphone, so I'm doing my rods. Now then, sorry about the wind, I'll just come in the van. I'm at the River Humber. You might have heard it before, I don't know. It's Friday the what is it? Friday the 14th. Well, that's good, isn't it? It's not Friday the 13th, that means I'm going to catch a cod. Right, I'm in bay 28. On the River Humber, on the Immingham side. Winds are F4 to F5 on the Beaufort or Bouffant, not Bouffant, that's S-cut, isn't it? Anyhow, it's an F4 and an F5. You can look it up and find out what the miles per hour are if you're interested. I've got my rods out, tripod out. I've been for a scurry over the side to look and see if there's any weights, if anyone's lost. And I've rigged up. We've got a 210 gram weight, and we've got 3/0 and 4/0 hooks on a pulley pennel on 2 rigs. I'm also going to stick out a 2-hook flapper, I think, and scratch around, see if there's anything out there as well, because I am primarily fishing for cod, but you can catch cod on a 2-hook flapper, same as any fish you can catch. Like I say, it's an F4 going on to an F5 tonight. The sea state is slight, but it's like a mill pond anyhow. But the sea state is slight. It's a 7.2 metre tide. Supposed to be a bit of drizzle, but there's nothing as of yet. No drizzle yet at all. You can see the way the wind's going. I don't know if you can pick them clouds up, but them clouds are motoring. So that's an F4. It's going to go up to an F5 tonight. That's quite windy, but it's all right. I've fished in an F10 before. That was unfishable, and I got covered in sand. But that's another story for another day. And if I tell the story, it'll be quite long-winded, because I keep pausing because I keep seeing stuff and I think, what's that? Or I'll start thinking about something like what I'm having for breakfast in the morning. But there you go. So that's where we are at the minute. I've blanked since Christmas fishing, and it's getting hard work. Fishing is hard. You come here to fish, you know, you take your time to travel here. It costs petrol, diesel, sorry, and you do it because you enjoy fishing. But it's just nice sometimes when you actually get here that you have a little knock on your rod, or something actually hooks itself on that sharp hook. I seem to catch my fingers on them enough. So we'll just have to see what happens tonight. Hopefully we'll get a cod before they go. Yeah, but anything will be good. Just be nice to have a fish. But thanks for watching my videos. I'm coming up to 200 subscribers. It's sort of like the last few days I keep going 197, 196, 197, 196. It keeps going up and down, but it's great. I'll soon be at 200, and we'll see where it goes from there. It's good. It's good. I don't really know what else to say, because I can't believe that there's people out there that watch me rambling on about bugger all. So anyhow, thanks for subscribing. Keep subscribed, but please comment, please like or dislike, whatever, but please like and comment. And one other thing, if you can share my video so it goes across to people that don't even watch fishing videos or whatever, you never know, there might be someone that want to subscribe to a bumbling Norfolk lad just rabbling on about nothing and not catching any fish. So anyhow, I thought I'd get it in early at the beginning, just in case people click on and click off on the videos. So thanks for subscribing, and I'll be back in a bit. Right, so here we are on the Humber, and it's windy. It's not time to chuck out yet, the tide hasn't come in. It's 20 past 6. I got here at probably 5 o'clock, 10 past 5. I've set my rods up, put the rigs on, I've got the bait out defrosting, wouldn't take 2 minutes. I've got my hand warmer so that my fingers don't get cold. What else have I done? I don't know really. There's nobody down there. Nobody has turned up yet. Now, I'm coming early like you had to in November, December and early January and January. Now, I don't know whether the madness of just checking the mic, the madness of getting down there for the cod is gone. It'd be good if it has, because I'd rock up about now, so that I don't have to be down there for so long, and I can turn up, get my gear baited up and chuck out. But I shall keep coming early and just monitor the situation. But there is nobody down there. It is pitch black all the way down there, and there's no cars gone past me. And when I drove up here, I didn't see any cars down at the woods. So I'll just have to see if anybody turns up, or else I'll be fishing on my own. High tide tonight is at... Let me just hang on before I do this. I've got these new cameras, these new lights on the back of my van. As you can see, it's all... Let me get out of the way of the light. That should be quite bright. Well, I hope it is. These are the lights that'll probably dazzle you. Got 2 lights fitted up. I've got a third down there. I just thought it'd be a little bit better for filming, but there. 2 £25 LEDs mounted on the back of the van. So now the microphone, Tom, is out of the wind because I'm at the back of the van. So the first microphone bit, Tom, was microphone with the wind blowing into my face. Now I'm sheltered by the van, so we'll just have to see what it's like. Yeah, so there's no one down there, so I'm all lonely. Never mind. I can't fish yet. I've probably got another 3/4 of an hour before I can cast out, and the next time you'll see me is I'll put the camera on for when I cast out. I'm gonna try and do a bit more footage of fishing, but you know, if there's nothing catching, there ain't gonna be much footage of fishing, is there? So I'll probably end up rabbling on into this because it's just another hard fishing session. So I don't know why I got my glasses on. So anyhow, it wasn't a bad drive up. It was no hold-ups, nothing for me to get stressed out about. I'm quite calm, which just makes a change. I went fishing. You'll see that the next video might be, next couple of videos, I've done a trip to Hornsey. So obviously filmed it. And I love fishing off the beach because it's just nice. You've got the water crashing. You have air as well, but not as much as you have at the beach. And it's just nice. But I didn't realise, I'd forgotten, and I only last fished on the beach at Silcroft in December. Didn't realise that the sand, I'd forgotten about the bloody sand. It goes everywhere. And I parked my van up and I had to go down the steps, which is fantastic. You can fish straight off the beach. But there was loads of other fishermen there and they'd been there all day, so I had to trek down the beach. Well, I got so far down the beach and my straps on my basket, I mean the basket's really comfy, I haven't got the straps set up properly, but they just burning into my shoulders, and my knee started to hurt, and I just got to the point where I said to these 2 fishermen, I'm going to fish between you, is that alright? And they were quite happy. And I just dumped all my gear down, and I thought I couldn't walk another metre. So I'm not really looking forward, I'm not that fit, I'm not really looking forward to I want to fish Chesil, but I ain't looking forward to the walk. After some of the videos I see on YouTube, how far people walk. I know I've seen on the Autistic Angler where he's pulled up at a car park and just gone straight over from the car park and fished. I think that'll be me. I ain't going to do all this trekking like Ian Clark. Is it Ian Clark? Anyhow, a lot of the people that fish Chesil do. I'm just going to fish for ease, which again, that might have an effect on not catching any fish, but I'm 52. I feel like 60 sometimes. I still remember what it used to be like they're letting off pressure again. I still remember what it was like when I was younger and used to get up and there was nothing wrong with you. But now, every day I wake up now, there's an ache and a pain somewhere. And I'll start walking a fair distance and then I'll start limping because my hip's going. So, oh dear. I should have took fishing up 5 or 6 years ago. So I still felt a little bit sprightly. So, but there you go. That's why I'm fishing. You're a long time dead, aren't you? And if I don't do it now, there might come a time when I can't do it. So anyhow, that's enough of me rambling on. Next time you see me, I'll be casting out. See you later. Wind's died down. I'm now casting out. Now I'm going to start fishing. I'm going to see what that. I want to see where that cast goes and see if it settles before I cast the second rod out. That the tide is coming in really quick, and the line has gone right over. But I can't reel it in yet because I've cast out right on the borderline of being able to reel back in. I was hoping that it would, the weight would stay where it went, or at least move slowly, and it's gone right round just like that. So she'll just have to hope that it don't go too far around into all the snags. Looks as if it's holding now. It's whizzed right round, but looks like it's stopped going any further. It might move slowly further, but we'll just have to wait and see. Just for Tom's knowledge, I aren't using the microphone now. I want to see what the camera is like for sound with me not turning my head away from the camera. So that's just the top. So it's 7:51. High tide is at 9:40, 9:45, something like that. There is nobody else fishing on this river as far as I can see. There is no lights lit up at all. So I think people might be telling me something. It's a good tide tonight. It's a 7.2 metre tide, as I've already mentioned, but there's nobody up here fishing. Now either there's no cod about, which there hasn't been for me, or I don't know, perhaps everybody's gone out having a party. So these are the baits that I've done. We've got herring and squid, black lug and squid, squid and herring, herring and squid, and that's razor clam and black lug. The black lug, as true as normal, is hard like licorice. I just can't seem to get any bait that's top notch. I don't know why. I bought loads, absolutely loads of wraps of black lug. I've kept them in my freezer. Sometimes I take them, well obviously I take them out, but there has been times when I've took them out and refreezed them, and I know it doesn't do them a lot of good, but it hasn't done them any different, you know. They are, whether I use them the first time in the pack, they're rock hard like licorice. I don't know why. if anyone can say why, it'd be good to know, because when I go back to the bait shop I won't get flobbed off with a load of excuses. But I went to the bait shop the other day and they haven't got any black lug. They're struggling for it. So the only baits I can use is frozen baits. So I've got herring, squid, razor clam. What else have I brought? That's it. And obviously the black lug, which I use anyhow. All I do with it is I fold it in half, even though it's rubbish. I fold it in half, bait elastic, and then just stick it onto a bit of fish or squid. And then that way I ain't wasting it, because I'm not wasting the bait. Most people on air would just bin it, but I can't afford to bin it. I could get some better baits. Obviously I can, because they're available. I could go to Hooker Baits or someone else, you know, probably Devon Baits, and get it sent via post. But I'm not that organised in my fishing trips. It gets to the point, sometimes I am. I get all excited as the week go on. I'll decide at the weekend or on a Monday I'm going fishing, and I'll get all excited, and you get to such a crescendo of excitement to go fishing that when you actually get there, the drive and everything, it just knocks it all out of you, because it's just been a total disaster. So I should get some bait and pre-plan it a bit more for a fishing trip, and get some hooker baits and use some good worms. When I go to Norfolk, I've got a couple of bait shops that I can use and get some fresh bait. So I can have fresh bait then. But normally for me it's just frozen baits, and you just do the best you can. Like I say, I'm about 50 miles to my nearest fishing venue, so it is quite a trek. And sometimes you can't always plan it, can you? Because sometimes you just think, I need to go fishing, and I want to go fishing, and it's chuck everything in the van, get the bait, frozen bait out, and get going and go fishing. So what it'd be like if we all had a life that could be organised and you could pre-plan it. So, rods. You can see how far that line is out there. It's 90 degrees from where I'm stood to the rod tip eye. So I cast right out. I don't know, on a clock face. I cast out about 5 o'clock. It's at 1 o'clock now. If it goes around any further, which I'm hoping it don't, there is a bit, it can get, if it goes right over, a bit snaggy, but it looks like it's just holding there. So what I think I'll do now, because down here, I don't know if you can see that, that tide is coming round, the water is now stirring the seaweed, the bladderwrack. So I might cast a second rod out and lower the rods in the rod rest. They're bouncing around a little bit, and we'll see what we get. We're after cod. Any cod, baby cod, tiny cod, anything. Would be nice to catch cod. If I can't catch cod, let's get a whiting or a flounder. I ain't bothered. Let's just try and catch a fish tonight. I am trying to catch fish. I am trying. I keep looking around. I aren't just sort of like gazing about thinking like a demented idiot. What I am actually doing is I'm looking around everywhere. One, I don't want an axe-wielding homicidal maniac coming at me. And two, there just ain't anybody fishing down there. can't believe it. Now, this is Friday the 14th of February, and tomorrow we've got Storm Dennis coming. So that's another reason why I come fishing tonight, because it's nice. And the wind's died now. It was a force 4. But it don't even feel like a force 2 at the minute. It's lovely. Lovely and still. Lovely and calm. And let's see if them fish come. I don't think I'll catch anything as the tide come up. I don't normally when I'm at the River Humber. I think I'll start catching as the tide's going down on the ebb. But we'll wait and see. Let's just hope we get a fish. When I casted that rod out, sorry, I cast it out over there, and I didn't wind any slack lining until I made sure the weight had sunk and hopefully just bedded into the seabed, so riverbed. So we'll see if that makes any difference. But I did that on the last 2 casts and it didn't make any difference. But sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. I hope you're picking these rods up okay, because I've got these 2 lights on at 20 watt LEDs, very bright. I'm fishing, but I'm not taking it serious because I've had so many blanks, I'm not really watching my rod. I should be watching it like a hawk, shouldn't I? It's just that I don't get any, don't catch any fish. So it's absolutely fantastic being able to drive up here, pull into a bay. You've got all your gear here, you haven't had to lift it, carry it, drop it, lose it, it's all here. You can bring as many lights as you want and have it like Blackpool illuminations. I've got my lid of my van up in case it starts raining, that'll give me a little bit of cover. And when I first got here, it was a bit chilly, it was cutting through you. Well, it wasn't a bit chilly, it was cold. It was cutting through you. But now, I wouldn't say it's positively warm, but it's not freezing. I've as I've shown you, I've actually, well, I've already shown you, I've I thought I turned that off. I've already shown you, and I know I've said that 3 times, but it's just me. That's what I'm like. I've sorted my baits out and done them on the bait needle, wrapped them up nice. You don't need anything else more than a bait needle, in my opinion. Those baits that I've just wrapped up there are lovely and straight, nice and tight. They ain't excessively got loads of elastic on. I don't like using too much. If you use a bait needle properly and you just take your time, there's no need to get a bait mate or you want to get a bait mate, get a bait mate, but they do 2 sizes, I believe, but everybody I've watched seems to use the bigger one. But there, whatever, I ain't bothered. You can get a bait mate, you can get look, I've got some out. I ain't got a bait mate. I won't get a bait mate if the bloody hell was to freeze over. No, in here. I made these. They're just 2 welding rods, stainless steel welding rods, and you just bend them and curve them. That's for small hooks, that's for big hooks, and I might make a third one for even bigger hooks. They just go in there, and I've got bait and needles. So I don't think that I need to get one of them bait mates. Not knocking them, but I don't need one. Yes, I've had some problems with my bait, but a lot of the time with my bait on my hooks is I'll bait up my hooks, put the elastic on, and I'll think that ain't right, and I'll think, oh sod it, let's just get it out there. And then when I come back, the hook's buried in the bait and fish has been yanking on it, and there's not been caught on it for, you know, because it's bad, because I haven't set the hook properly myself in the bait and elasticated it. So that's and a lot of the problem is I can't get the hook in the lugworms because they're like bloody leather. So you know, it's down to you as an individual to use a bait and needle, or if you don't want to use a bait and needle, don't use a bait and needle. You know, it's up to you to use it correctly and to make sure your bait is on that hook, elasticated, and your hook's nice and firm. You know, people bring out many different gadgets, don't they? And to be honest, I think I could put 16 bottles of Solent sea goo on that bait just lately with my fishing trips, and I still wouldn't have caught nothing. I think as soon as you put your Solent, your sea goo on, or whatever it is, or whatever fishing additive is on, as soon as it hits the water, it's dissipating off the bait straight away, and by the time it's sunk down and the tide's ripping past like it is now, I think you're just left with your bait. So I don't see the point personally. And I watch many videos on YouTube with people using bait additives, sea goo or whatever it's called, and a lot of the time they blank anyhow. And if they do catch a fish, it's not always on that with a Solent sea goo or whatever. Everyone's to their own. I suppose if you're getting it for nothing, then I presume you'll use it, won't you? But I think bait's expensive anyhow. Well, it ain't expensive, but it costs money at the end of the day. And do you want to be, you know, this is sea fishing. It's in carp fishing or bloody whatever else fishing. I don't understand carp fishing like that. It's sea fishing. Put a stinky bait on it, or a nice fresh stinky bait on it, and cast it out and hope for the best. If there's fish in front of you, they'll find the hook. So that's my moan about stuff anyhow. But what I'm saying is I've took my time with that, with my bait and needle and the baits, and I've got them nice and straight, nice and neat. There's no twists, everything's firm, and all I've got to make sure is that the hooks are set on the bait nice and firm. And if there's a fish out there, I'll get it. I certainly never used any additives when I was a boy in the 80s. You just put your bloody worm on, or a bit of mackerel, because all I could afford back then was mackerel. I think a mackerel back then was 20p. Might have even been cheaper. I know 25 lug were $1.99 when I was a boy, and I'd get me 15 or 20p mackerel, slicing that up for baits, and you'd just hook it on. There'd be no bait elastic, you'd just hook it on and chuck it out, and you'd catch a fish. And The only time I ever got worms was if another fisherman had bought 50 or 75 worms and he'd had enough fishing, and they'd come down to you and feel sorry for you because you was but a little boy and say, do you want my worms? And you'd then have some lug and you'd be sharing them with your mate. But yeah, mostly when I was young I was fishing with mackerel, and you'd catch on it. My lines are now gone out of the river, so this line here was way over there and it's now come round. I keep tightening it up, but it's not holding bottom. I just don't want the line to get all tangled like it did last time I came here. So but as of yet, no fish. That's not a problem. It's a nice night. It's Valentine's and I'm out fishing. Probably should have took the wife out for a meal. Spent too much money on fishing. There's a little bit of weed now as well. Bit of weed coming. That snotty weed like felt gets tangled round. It's a bugger to pull off. Absolute bugger. There is still nobody fishing here. I expect you're going to get fed up with me saying there's nobody fishing here, but there ain't no one fishing here. Which must mean there ain't no fish in there. It's cloudy because I can't see no stars and I can't see the moon. So, well, I think there's no moon. I saw a moon last night. It must be cloudy. Can't say. Got my glasses on. Look. So, yep, tide's now on its way out. If I'm going to catch anything now, it will be now. I've probably got another hour to fish. It's going to be a late night. It's Saturday tomorrow, so it don't matter. And next week I'm on holiday, so I might get another trip in. If I keep fishing and putting the trips in, I get a little bit ahead of Tom then for his editing, so that I don't run out of video footage for him to edit. The problem is it's taking Tom the way I'm filming anyhow. It's taking Tom, he has to watch it all through and then work it out to what comes, in what order it's got to be edited. So I'm leaving him notes on camera of what order it is, because I film with 2 cameras, you see. If it's just, tonight's been mostly with the 1 camera, but I have used the other camera as well. So I'm trying to do things as instructed by Tom to make it easier for him. But at the minute I'm putting a video out every Wednesday. We upload a video. But if it gets a little bit of a struggle for Tom for editing, getting it on time, and for me, because as you know, and as I've said many times probably, I do live quite a way inland, so it's not too far to the river. It's about 50 minutes to an hour if there's traffic, 50 minutes if there isn't. So it ain't too bad. Once you've been used to travelling so far to go fishing, 50 minutes to go fishing, it just becomes part of the norm. So it ain't too bad. I mean, it'd be quite bad for people that live by the seaside and it's just a 3-minute push bike ride or walk to the sea to fish. It'd be a nightmare. But for me, I have to travel, so at the minute we're uploading every Wednesday. But if it gets too much, just looking at my rod, if it gets, that line's gone loose again, that weight isn't holding bottom. If it gets too much of a struggle, I don't want this line to get all tangled up, you see. That must be what happened last time. If it gets too much of a struggle to upload videos every 7 days, we might have to go to every 10 days. So the problem with that is it won't always be on a particular day. So anybody that's subscribed, you're going to have to ring that bell. And I'd like you to ring the bell anyhow for a notification of the next video, of each video going up. But we're just going to have to see how it is. I mean, all these videos started off as just putting me on film really for when I'm dead and gone, so the kids, if they wanted to, they could put their old dad on. When it gets to summertime, the wife will be in it as well, so there'll be a recording and of the wife as well for him to look at. But if it gets too much of a struggle, because I don't want it to get a bind either, that I'm having to come out to go fishing to film, so that there's a film going up every 7 days. You know, I'm not in the position of living next to the coast to do that, and it's a lot more effort for me to go fishing. It's probably a bit like Graham Pullen, he has to travel about. As well, but he managed to do it. But I like sea fishing and getting immersed in the area, listening to the water, and being in the environment, whether it's next to a stinky old factory, well, it isn't stinky, but whether it's next to a factory or whether it's on a beach where you look down the beach each way, and for a mile and a half it's just total darkness, you know, and you're on your own. I don't want it to get to the point where I'm having to go to fish just to film. So and that isn't like that at all yet. It is nice when I put the camera down and I just sit on my box, pour a cup of tea and just watch your rods. And I'll start reeling in and casting out and I think, Christ, I haven't put the camera on. Oh, that rod moved then. Mind you, I think they move all the time. There's never a fish on them. So, yeah, at the minute everything's alright. I've got to try and do things a little bit different so it makes it easier for Tom and quicker for Tom to edit. And we'll see how with this is the first video that I'm trying something different, letting the steam off again. So we'll see how that goes with Tom, whether it makes it easier for Tom to edit. Hopefully it will. And then we'll take it from there. Whether we keep putting them out every 7 days or whether it go every 10 days, which means it'll be a rolling day of release, won't it? So it'll be like a Wednesday, a Saturday, and sort of Tuesday probably. Week, you know, Tuesday week, Saturday week, Tuesday week, then Friday week. You know, it'll be all over the place. We just want to try and keep the video releases when we release a video that it's regular, but at the minute that's what we're doing. But if it comes to the crunch, then videos will be released as and when. I like to enjoy my fishing and I enjoy filming as well. But I don't enjoy these rods not moving. Getting on my bloody wick. They're just not moving. I've got good razor fish. I've got crap black lug. But once the black lug has been submersed in that water, it all goes loose. So it'll be letting out smells and scents, won't it? These lines are swinging right round. Like, when you fish in the river, it goes one way, and then obviously it then goes the other way. But it's two extremes. I mean, you get that a little bit on the beach, but not to the same extent as you do in a river. Made this today. This used to be a hoe. I made a hoe, so I straightened it. And I welded a bit of flat bar on so it don't go anywhere, and put a nut that's adjustable so I can get it flat. And then this tripod that I've got is magnetic, and I just sit my camera on air now so it's up off the floor, so I've got a different height perspective from the camera, as you can see. Welded a bit of flat bar on, drilled a hole and put the bolt in with 2 nuts either side. And then just the same basis as my bait board, except from it's made a different material. Done it again, look. Can you see that? That huge knot. At this rate, I ain't gonna have any bloody line left on the reel. Look at that. God knows what I'm doing wrong. I've cast it out I've wound up the slack. I mean, is it the line? It's that Ruvex 10 times line, or abrasion resistant line. Can't be the line, it's just got to be me, hasn't it? But I've cast that out and I've kept the line tight. I've tightened the reel up all the time, and look at it. I shall put that to bed now and just fish one rod. I mean, I don't think I'm going to miss any fish, am I? Because there's not a lot out there. Well, now we're just fishing the one rod. It's bloody annoying, but I shall get that reel home, and in the garage I'll have the radio on, Canalaga, and I shall sort the reel out. And let's hope the next time I come here I might catch some fish. It don't happen again. I've got one more cast, maybe. This camera, well, let me get the microphone in again, Tom. Right, I'm on the microphone again, Tom. I've just cast out again. It's possibly the last cast, may have one more cast. But we're coming to the end. It's been a hard night. It's been a lovely evening, a lovely night. Weather-wise, it's been fantastic. It's been nice being here. It's just no fish. And I could carry on fishing for possibly another hour. But I can't be asked. I don't even know why I'm looking at the tip of my rod. My hooks are sharp. If a fish is out there and it grabs hold of the bait, it should just hook itself. That's what a hook's for. All this striking when it's biting, shouldn't have to do that. Not if you've got sharp hooks. Anyhow, if I get a fish, I shall I'll bring you back. Yeah, I'll bring you back. And if I don't get a fish, I'll be back in a bit to say my goodbyes. But anyway, It'll be interesting to see what this microphone is like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It'll be interesting to see what this microphone is like with this camera. I like this camera. I haven't yet messed this one up with my filming. I.e., I think I'm recording and I aren't. This one's actually been recording all the times I've pressed record. So I've got a couple of baits on my board that I've whipped up ready for cast now. I should just stick them back in the bag with the razor fish, freeze them up and use them next time. So we've had Silcroft, Humber, Hornsey, Humber. Yes, 4 times. Or is it 5? Anyhow, I've blanked too many times now. It'd be nice to get a fish. Well, that's it. I've reeled in, put my reels away. I've just got my rod and tripod to put away. No fish today. Another blank. That's fishing. There's nothing in front of you, I won't catch it, and I'm sure I'll catch on the bait that I'm using, because that's the only bait I can use. It's all frozen bait. It all smells nice. Well, it doesn't smell nice, it just smells of fish. So it's certainly an attractor. So it's not the bait. I'm a bit down. It's just yet again another blank. Jesus Christ. It's midnight now. I've had a good session, but it's midnight. I'm tired, and I'll be even more tired by the time I get home. But anyhow, that's it. I've put all my gear away, reels away. I've just got my rod and tripod to put away, clean my hands up, and then I shall be on my way. So there's a lot of on my ways and a lot of it's over. This fishing session today, the 14th of February, is over. No fish, blanked again. I'd like to thank all my subscribers. I'm nearly at 200. I'm still hovering around 197. But thank you for subscribing. Please keep subscribed. Please share this and other videos if you would be so kind, so that I'll gain more subscribers quickly. It is appreciated. Please comment, ring that ding-a-ling so you get notifications of up and coming videos, and press the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Thank you for watching if you got this far, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. I'll just come in the van.